Lou has not been able to respond on this. So, Lou Lapola, let's give you the chance to respond.
First of all, I hear about the communication between the teachers and the board members. You know, I, as a board member, I'm a visitor of all our schools. I go to all the programs I'm invited to. I do community readership. When the Teachers Association has a problem, I've always been asked to attend the meeting to explain my stance. And I think that's important. But, you know, endorsements are funny. You know, do you call an endorsement when 5 or 6 people are making an endorsement, or is a real endorsement putting the question to the whole 750 teachers? You know, I think what happens now is, like if you're in union leadership, you want greater influence over those people who create policy and channel the dollars to the classroom. So I think as an educator, I want what other teachers want. I want to increase student achievement. I want to provide a safe and secure learning environment. I want to focus on art and music and sports and those things that people forget. But on the other hand, I have to worry about how are we going to pay for these things. And that's why we have to go after state aid. I just feel that I have the knowledge and commitment, and people know I watch how our dollars are spent. Mm-hmm. I look at every nickel and every dime because, you know, 68% of the property in Utica is tax exempt. And I'm proud to say that over the last 3 years, with Chris and the board, we were able to have a no tax increase. And I think that's remarkable considering. And whenever money comes into the district, what's my first choice for the money? Hire more teachers, reduce class size. So I think I'll do my closing argument now.
Well, hold on that. Right. You don't want out here yet, do you?
Oh, all right, I mean, it's up to you. I didn't know. You know, I could talk forever. You know?
Brianna, give you a chance to respond.
You know, I'm not here to be a puppet for the teachers union. And when I decided to run and put my name in, it was who should I go to first to find out what's going on in our schools. So I started talking to teachers. I didn't directly go to the Teachers Association. I started with my own friends who are in the district who are teachers. And I said, what's going on? And the one thing that I heard across the board, and again, my perspective is the board doesn't talk to us. Nobody comes in and sees what we're dealing with on a regular basis. I don't want to sit here and argue. I respect both of these gentlemen. They're in our community, and I don't mean any disrespect. However, I just want to see more being done. I want to see board members going into the schools. I want to see, when I was, in school and right up until high school, you saw the superintendent, you saw the board members in these classrooms. That's the platform that I'm running on. I want to get out there, get in these classrooms, see what these teachers are dealing with. Are they really dealing with 29 kids in a classroom? If they are, okay, how can I help you make it better? That's where I'm coming from. So
all right,
that's my piece on that.
Mr. Salatino.
I don't even know where to begin. My fellow board member is so eloquent and puts things, but let's look at what the duty of a board member is. I teach a course. New York State requires every new board member to take a new board member course. I teach that. And what I teach is that we are a policy-making board. We are not micromanagers, and it's not our job. Our job is to create policy for the district, to watch the finances. Those are the two major components of a board member. And also understand, and there's a process for everything in the district. It is not our job to go in there and tell teachers how to teach because we're not teachers. It is not our job to go through. My job is to keep the building safe, to create policy so that gives the teachers the correct and right information so they can do their job, to give them the proper training. That's what we do as board members. We are a we are a policy-making process, and that's where it goes. But before I move further in that, let's talk about what I do for the teachers every year. Mr. Lapola and I put a very large workshop on. We bring teachers from every building to come into the workshop and tell us what's going on. We set our district goals based on what goes on in that workshop. And it happens yearly. Every fall we get in. And they can say, and the one thing we talk about with the teachers is you can say anything we want. You can bring the message back from your schools, and you can tell us what is going on, and we will listen without reprisal.
Right.
Okay. Now, then we put together a committee process. Our Health and Safety Committee has a representative from each school. They bring to us on our committee to decide what's going on in the district, what's going on in those buildings. If they have a problem with safety, if they have a problem with something not working, if they don't have the right tools in order to teach, for instance, if their smart boards aren't working or if something's going on, they bring it to us, we immediately address the issue and we fix it. That's why I said we have zero problems with our buildings when it comes to safety, health, and of course dealing with technology.
Right.
Then of course we go forward even more with the other committees which are across the board deal with every issue that the district can deal with. But one of the other problems I have, and this is when I have to try to have a union influence me, that's a problem for me. Because last time we went, I didn't accept when I went to the screening, I didn't accept it. I said, I appreciate it, but I can't be involved with an organization that will allow 12 teachers not get their jobs back for a $2 million grant that we could have received that would have carried on for years, and they wouldn't sign it because of a personal issue. Then I have a problem. And then I won't be involved with an organization like that. And like Mr. LaPola said, we have to worry about the taxpayers as well, and it's a fine line.
Right.
We have to give them the services they need for the city, but for the taxpayers, but the teachers, well, they also need to have their whatever they need as well, and we do that.
I want to, Brianna, to based on your body language, I feel like you want to respond.
Here's the thing: they're experienced on the board, and they're going to keep, whatever they want to say. I'm just saying I'm not looking to go into a classroom and micromanage teachers. I'm saying that to affect policy change, why can't we all work together? Maybe there are workshops. From what I'm hearing out there is that they want change, and that's why they supported me. I'm not in it for union dealings and all of that. I have no, I have no connection to the district besides I just want to make a difference. So,
And we do. We have open lines of communications. I got full support from teachers. It's amazing.
Okay.
The donations that came in for my fundraisers, the people that attended my fundraisers, and Mr. LaPola's, they were all teachers. So, yeah, there's probably a few of them. You're not going to please everyone. That's the unfortunate part of this world, but we try hard to please everybody.
I don't want you to please everyone. I just want everyone to talk to the people that are on the forefront. Those are your grassroots efforts.
No one was talking about pleasing. We weren't saying that. What we were saying was that there's a certain amount of people that will adopt and follow the lead of the board and what they feel is right, and there are certain people that won't. And again, at the end of the day, you know what? We do what's right for both the taxpayers and the teachers, and we give them the training, the tools, and the facilities in order to do that. And that's our job as board members. We are a policy-making board. We have a superintendent. He's the CEO of this company. We're here to support him, who in turn, his staff supports it. We are not micromanagers, and our job is very, very specific on what we do as school board.
All right. Anything further, anybody, before closing things up? Let's start with Lou, and 45 seconds if you can.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's difficult for 45
I know
seconds.
this is the hardest challenge I've given you all day long.
Okay, I just used 5. This is a very important election, and I think it's important that people know the issues. I serve on 2 very important committees, Audit and Finance, to see how our tax dollars are being spent and protect the taxpayers, and Buildings and Grounds, so that when our teachers need something, I'm there for them. But I think in this campaign, I'm here because I have a passion for the community. I love the community. I have the experience. Even though I didn't receive the teacher's endorsement, I'll always work with the teachers. Once an educator, always an educator. And I think the knowledge and experience and commitment and dedication that I have, I feel I can continue to put it to good use. I know there's no pay for the school district for being on the Board of Education, but I care about the community, and we've got to recruit young families to come here. We've got to show young people that we have a great school system. It's the backbone of the community, and the backbone of the community means those teachers have to be an important part of that backbone if we're going to be successful as a community. This is my pledge, and this is what I believe in, and I thank everyone for supporting me in the past, and I would encourage you to come out and vote and let your voice be heard.
All right. I want to give the newcomer the last word.
We did that last time, and she yelled at me and said, okay, the newcomer goes, just kidding. Bill, the bottom line here is that this is all about kids. What we do here every day, and 10 years of my life has gone by like that. I've been on this board 2 terms, and I can remember just starting. I had a lot more hair, and I was a lot younger looking when I started this. So and there's a level of dedication that this board that we currently work with has been absolutely phenomenal. At the end of the day, we try to do the best we can for our taxpayers and our teachers. I think, and I will continue to say it, we have, and you've heard me on your show many times, we have the best teachers, hands down, better than anyone. We give them what they need, and our goal is to help them, and also make sure that we have a good, safe learning environment for our students. I can go down the list and sit here and talk about it because this is what I'm passionate about. I just feel very honored that I've been elected for two terms. This will probably be my last term, but I want to finish some certain projects. One is finishing the capital project, which is in the current school project. I mean, look at that. We're saving a tremendous amount of money with the taxpayers just putting the district's offices in our own building. I fought hard with the state to change, instead of putting $12 million in an old building, we were able to get them to put a new addition on for us. So those are the types of things that I will continue to do. I will fight for our students. I'll fight for the funding that we need. I will work with our teachers to make sure that we give them the tools that they need through the proper channels, and I will support our teachers 100% and our students. So at the end of the day, I am just, and I'll finish this quickly, I would appreciate the public's consideration for voting for me, but I would be honored if they would vote for me. And once again, thank you for having us. This is a great forum, Bill, and it gets us. And one other thing, please, everyone, get out and vote.
Brianna Moriarty, last word here. Why should people vote for you?
Well, thank you for having me. I come from the place of, the Utica district did so much for me, so now it's time for myself and people of my age to start giving back. And at the end of the day, this is all about the students and how we can make them successful. I'm running, I would appreciate your vote on Tuesday, May 16th, so that I can start to bring a new voice and different perspectives to the district and hopefully inspire some young families to stick around and say, hey, wait a minute, the Utica district is all it's cracked up to be, and I'm proud that I can send my child there.
All right, the voting happens on Tuesday. It's statewide, so wherever your district is, Tuesday noon till 9 p.m. Get out there and vote. It's important for your children and for the future of your community. Guys, thank you so much for,
Thanks, Bill.
for taking the time this morning. Quick break. We'll come back.